The Fort Benning community held a farewell ceremony for Maneuver Center of Excellence Command Sergeant Major Tim Guden, as he will soon depart for his new position in Washington, D.C. During his time at Fort Benning, Sergeant Major Guden has not only served as a Command Sergeant Major for the Maneuver Center of Excellence, but also for the Infantry School, and sets the bar high for the caliber of NCOs and junior leaders developed here.
We don't want to settle for mediocrity. We want to get the best out of not just the soldiers here at Fort Benning, but we want to be able to get the leaders that come through here to give their best so that when they get out to those leadership positions in the operational force, that they are giving their best and that their soldiers that they're leading are seeing that.
The development of soldiers is one that is close to Sergeant Major Guden's heart, as he has enjoyed being able to recognize the service of soldiers, family members, and civilians. He recognizes the importance of the maneuver force and often the impact and influence it has on the force as a whole, which is why he views it as critical to reach out, maintain contact, and include input from all areas of combined arms training and Army operations.
That's a pretty big responsibility to make sure that the education, the training, with all functional courses and professional military education, all of those things are not taken with a grain of salt, but are taken very seriously and understood that it plays a very important role, not just for the brigade combat teams and the maneuver force, but for the entire Army.
Since 2010, Sergeant Major Guden has witnessed a time of great change for Fort Benning with the arrival of Armor School, the reorganization of units, as well as establishing the Maneuver Center as a brand of excellence. For the incoming Command Sergeant Major Guden advises reaching out to establish and maintain relationships throughout Fort Benning and the force, as he has done with many units including the National Training Center, which offers insight into the operational force.
It's good to ask them, hey, what are you seeing junior NCOs not being able to do that they should be able to do? And then we can take that and we can look at that and figure out ways to implement it, make changes so that we can continue to make a better not just a unit, but a better non-commissioned officer that is leading soldiers.
And for soldiers new to the Army, Sergeant Major Guden says to go through the bumps and bruises of being in the Army. Learn from them and perform at your best every day. Strive for personal and professional development, get after it, and don't wait for it to be handed to you. He hopes that he's been able to help them in their careers and says that this position has given him a wider perspective of the maneuver force and its impact on the Army. Melissa Bell, Fort Benning TV.